quick giveaway winner thing.
Okay. All right, let's
So
take...
why don't you take us in?
I was going to say, let's have a look at this. Last game of the day, ladies and gentlemen. MHG Civil War here on Loop. We are in Group 5, a game that really matters to MHG. It will probably not impact MHG2's standings, win or lose. Have a look over the MHG2 lineup. They are starting here with a Z42. All the guns, plenty of gun reload. Yorn's gearing, fairly typical build. A little bit of torpedo reload in there with legendary mod. Selenko's daring. Again, leaning into the guns a little bit there with concealment. Evil Clone's Salem. Gun reload. RPF on a cruiser. Interesting. Okay. Rebrand Steve's is Napoli. Secondary module. So, yep, definitely going to try and use that Napoli to push where they can. Our second San Martin of the day. That's Derek Max here. Running outnumbered to go with his other skills. Behind all, and then over here, AT Pyro's Des Moines. Legendary module and turret traverse. Backed up by 2 battleships. That's Ron James's St. Vincent. A little bit of survivability, BOS, and fire prevention. No Furious there. And then Captain America's Kremlin. Boy, did that sound weird. Skipping BOS, running some healing, the heal skill there in the 3rd rank, along with Brisk and fire prevention.
All right. Going back over to MHG, opposing them to the south. Looking to get this win and, I guess, break the tie, huh?
Yeah, you're looking at a tie at the top of Group 5 right now. MHG needs this win to stay relevant in the tie-break mechanics.
So we've got Cobra was taken in the Z42. I actually covered an MHG game like this last COTS season. This exact same map with the Holsch's Venezia going into a very aggressive position to possibly just smack a destroyer off. Zulu the Scrub's gearing behind him with the typical COTS build. We've got Booger-Faced Scrub in the Des Moines with the upgrade.
What a great name.
What a great name. Both battleships, oddly enough, for MHG, heading towards the D side.
Evil Clone Salem just got thumped. And another Montana salvo going in on him already.
Yeah, both. That's the 2 battleships together, I suppose. That's Zulu and Doom Troopers. Another big hit there. So Zekis is Vermont, Sniper Spect. Doom Troopers also pretty much Sniper Spect with the spotting plane upgrade. Onishitosk with the Ragnar in a different position than we normally see him playing. And then we've got Agent Tangerines in the Petropavlovsk. Seen him a lot. And then the Nuke 2 in the Napoli. The range build.
Well, BCAP already flipping over. So MHG main already picking up points here. Lots of shells going down range, looking for Unsi's Ragnar. Like you, Zath, I'm surprised to see both battleships hanging mid early, but maybe that's an intentional early choice to try and pick up the kinds of salvos they took on that Salem.
Well, and I think you're right. It does absolutely force that Salem Evil Clone to be much more defensive early on than maybe they were planning. And it also blows the area wide open north of D, or at least between the 2. So,
well, the other thing is that look at MHG2's deployment. It's a very heavy D deployment for them. They've gone super light to A, just the San Martin and the Daring. The Kremlin's sort of over there if he needs to be. They've got 4 ships pushing the decap right now, though. Early cap advantage going to MHG2, grabbing their home cap of A, successfully picking up C. I'm a little surprised to see MHG giving up C for free, but that's more or less what's happened here.
Yeah, with putting so many assets on the flanks, it's really hard to do anything in the mid. They don't have a Des Moines, for example, to put in that typical spot there. In Foxtrot 6.
Well, it kind of makes me wonder, like, if you're going to bring a Ragnar, why would you not maybe hang him where he's able to kind of help defend that cap early? Instead, they've sort of played him a little too far back where he's, he can be a gunboat back there, but he's not really doing much in terms of cap defense from his position.
Right. Now, usually what I've seen MHG do on this map is they've taken that Ragnar and they've put it in Foxtrot 7. With the idea being to, radar out whatever destroyer is there, and then the Venezia, Holsch's Venezia, just slaps it with sap to nothingness. Didn't happen this time. I have a feeling, a strong feeling, part of that is because of the fact that it's MHG Civil War. They know each other's strategies here.
In fact, they probably helped coordinate and design each other's strategies, right?
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, you see a lot of that when you've got one community is fielding multiple teams. They've all sort of talked through different things, and while individual teams might be executing things different ways, many times they at least coordinated and discussed on how to kind of achieve what they were going for.
Exactly. Yes.
Zelenko's daring is in trouble.
Yeah, radar's up, but he manages to duck behind cover from the Ragnar, but in front of the Z42.
But not the Z42. Unsi and Cobra now kind of coordinating a little bit here, able to get good salvos on Zelenko as a massive Vermont salvo comes in. That should they may be able to pick him up here.
They will. Daring's heal is down. He's no longer spotted, but it doesn't matter.
There it is.
First blood going to Cobra and MHG.
That is like the third or fourth time today, Zath, we've seen a Vermont reach out and just inappropriately touch an opposing destroyer with a bunch of AP overpins.
And what I find so interesting is that this King of the Sea, we're seeing at so many Vermonts. Historically, we haven't. We've seen more Kremlin, Ohio duels or St. Vincent.
It feels like just about everybody's had a Vermont today.
Right.
Now, I know that's not true. If I go back and look, I will find teams that didn't play one.
Of course. But the feeling is like 75%. It's definitely one of the more popular battleships to choose. Fun story while we have a second with nothing much to talk about. Holsch was actually a late pickup last King of the Sea. He literally just said, hey, I'm looking for a team. Who wants me? They picked him up, and then he basically said, this is why I play Venezia through that entire season. So I think now he's pretty much a lock in Team MHG. It's really cool to see that, by the way. You get a lot of players. That actually happened to me way back in Supremacy League. I just posted on the official forums, RIP. Hey, I'm looking for somebody for some team to join for Supremacy League, and that's how I met Voss.
I remember.
And all that.
Well, and then once you met Voss, Napoli salvo on the broadside Sen Martin. Big hit.
That hurt. I saw that.
He felt that. Once you met Voss, you also got me and a couple other people connected up with him, and they dragged, it wasn't just you, basically. That kind of chained several other people into that group.
Right, and we had trials. Remember, we had trials to see how good we were and how well. And we
vaguely
clicked.
remember
we
this.
all clicked.
Yeah.
We all clicked so well. We were all shoo-ins for Salt Queens, which was their top-tier league team.
Team at the time, yeah.
And we just gelled. It was awesome.
Vermont just punishing Evil Clone Salem right through the bow like he just doesn't care. Zekis is just...
Because he doesn't?
I know. He's having a great game in that ship right now. The points are close, right? There's only 20 points apart. But you start to feel like MHG now, as this kind of wall of ships they have deployed along the F line along the western half of the map, just steadily moving forward. It just feels like they're inevitable, as Clone is going to go out right here.
He DCPs, so he's not quite dead. He's getting
on
better.
340 health with Petro shells coming in. The man is out.
I think I'll go for a walk.
Yeah, I'll go for a walk to the Davy Jones's locker.
Down he goes.
It's a 2-ship lead now for the Prime team here in MHG Civil War.
MHG Prime. There you go.
Big Montana salvo coming in on AT Pyro, but not coming up empty over here at the decap.
You know what? I can't wait until the next King of the Sea. Do you know why, Raptor?
I don't. King of the Sea 17? What?
We're going to see so many Vermonts with that space shuttle camo.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna be awesome.
Seeing that in the video today was pretty badass, right? I was like, okay, that camo's amazing looking.
Oh, when Sarah, because we met before, obviously, to record everything, and he showed me that camo, he showed me the alternative, and I'm like, yeah, you pick good.
Yeah.
You pick good.
Yeah. I gotta say, Zach, if I'm Captain America's Kremlin, I'm almost considering just getting out here and ramming this Vermont, who's been murdering my team. But it's not gonna happen. He'll be dead before he ever gets the opportunity. He tries to back up, and Vermont's bow armor says, nah, it's not a big deal.
Yep.
And so it's a 3-ship lead now for the Prime crew over here at MHG. They own the B cap, their home cap. They own the middle of the board, and they own all the kills at present.
Yes.
Kind of feels like it's all over, Zath. I'm just waiting for the end. We have a Petro on Des Moines close action over here on the 10 line.
Right.
It's the St. Vincent that secures that kill on behalf of MHG Deuce.
There's so many channels on this freaking Discord. Trying to see. I don't see. Okay.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the game updates channel if there is one.
You're in the middle brackets where we might be able to squeeze one last game in because you had one, I think, last round of games that started after you. What time is it?
They start in 4 minutes.
That's it. There is a slate of games that starts at 18:45.
Right. So I'm just posting right now. Like,
yeah,
hey.
it's gonna depend on whether or not these guys can wrap things up and we can sneak in. We might make it. Nuke 2's Napoli now stepping onto the A cap. Only a 100-point lead for MHG, but goodness gracious, it is
it's about to change.
Oh,
St. Vincent torpedoes and everything else.
Ah, yes. Ron James here in the middle of the board is kind of in an all-on-one here.
There's the flood. Here comes 3 more torpedoes for his trouble.
3 more Z40, but they're German torpedoes, but
2 more.
Yeah, it's still enough to take a huge chunk of his health away.
DCP is down, or used right now. His heal is down for 45 more seconds.
He was down. They've only got to get a few more 1,000 points of damage into him, and he'll be off the board.
Yep. Tangerines might take a funny torp.
They do bag the the A cap. Tangerines dodging the fancy torp. There goes Ron James, excuse me. And now we're only 45 seconds here from a prime team win, a red team win here on Loop.
Yep. I have a strong feeling we're going to bring you guys into
I think we might be able to pull it off, which will surprise me. That'd be amazing.
Rebrand Steve, 7K. There he goes. That's it.
Triple I is already into their game. YOLO KMGP available, AAA and RMN, but RMN you said we didn't want to cast. Foe and 2OP, perhaps. All of Group 7, those games look like they're in room.
Okay. Well, I got my death picks. Congratulations to MHG Prime,
MHG
as
Prime.
Raptor like to call it.
There you go. They win the game on Loop.
All right. So, gotta do this fast.
Yep, let's be quick. I'm going to duck out of here. Okay, VAF has dropped. Do a search for FAUX, and I'm going to do a search for Stark.
Okay.
Stark K, and see if they've dropped.
It's interesting that they're dropping early.
Stark K X3 is available.
Let's do it.
Okay. Come on in.